Hello everyone and welcome back to our NASCAR career mode here in NASCAR Heat Evolution. Last week we won our first race of the year at Talladega Super Speedway in the southern homeland of Alabama. Today we are in Kansas in the Midwest for the Running to the GoBowling.com 400. We're going to look to win back-to-back races for the first time ever in our career. Granted, it's only 1.5 seasons in just about, but currently we sit 7th in the chase standings. Overall standings, we sit 28th, 29th, somewhere around there. So we're going to look to improve both categories today by finishing hopefully inside the top 15 again. And let's get into the qualifying session. In session 2, that is where we would leave our mark. Unfortunately, not in the best of ways though, because Kansas, while it is a very, usual 1.5-mile track, you are going to have to learn a line there just like every other track. So unfortunately, our horsepower and our turning and grip and all that, it just wasn't completely there. It was there, but it wasn't completely there, and unfortunately it would show in the qualifying results. So you see we're just laying down some lap times here in session 2. Qualified 7th in session 1, so I thought coming into session 2 we would have a pretty good race car, right? We're guaranteed at least nothing worse than 24th, but obviously we don't want that. We want to start in session 3. Unfortunately, it did not turn out that way. We did not qualify in the top 12. We did not make session 3. So this is basically just hit 13th, 14th, 15th. Anything really under 20, that would make me really, really happy. And this is our final lap of qualifying, I do believe. So in turn 3, maybe entering turn 3, we're going to lay on the brakes. And we're going to just make sure we don't speed. I know it means nothing in qualifying unless you wreck the car. But hopefully, hopefully we get to have a race under the lights, clean race, and we don't damage the car completely. So yeah, in turn 3, about turn 4, we did a very, very good pit road entry. I was very shocked how the car handled that. You see, we're just gonna sim the rest of the qualifying session. We qualified 14th. So now under the lights, under the race from Kansas Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to have you here. Let's go racing from the heartland of the Midwest. 35 laps here today. We're gonna have to make 3 pit stops on schedule unless anything happens, caution or anything like that. So pit window fuel, it's not great. It's about 15-16 laps, so you will fall 3-4 laps short if you do not save. So that's why 3 stops. But right now we're not worried about that. We are just worried about getting up to the front end of the pack. Maybe not the front, but the front end of the pack. Pit strategy won Talladega for us last week. I expect nothing less this week. Unfortunately, Talladega is Talladega. All you need is a drafting partner and you can go far, from basically back of the pack to front of the pack in an X given amount of laps. Kansas, you will have to work the brakes, you will have to work the corners, you will have to work the gas, the lines that you choose, how you handle them. And right here, lap 2, we get that run off of turn 4. That's one of the lines you might want to run early but not late. You have to adapt to the racetrack as the race goes on. And especially nighttime, there is more grip on the track, less grip on the track, so your car will get a little loose here and there. But again, we're not worried about that. We're just worried about taking care of ourselves. We're not worried about anyone else. So that is exactly what we are going to do today. Right now we're running behind Kurt Busch. Lap 3, coming to lap 4, we are P13. We qualified P14, so we've gained +1 overall so far. Obviously, this is not going to sit well with us. We want to do a top 10 finish. We want to have back-to-back top 10 finishes for the first time in 1.5 seasons that we've been doing NASCAR. Unfortunately, sorry about the yawn. Unfortunately, that's going to be a problem because you have the best of the best drivers in NASCAR. Usually inside the top 15, if not inside the top 10. You see, we're door to door with Jimmy Johnson right now in that Lowe's scheme. This is 2017 season. Remember, you're going to have updated drivers and different cars and updated schemes. Now Jamie McMurray, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch. We're actually gaining ground. We go to 11th here on lap 5. But unfortunately, we take the high road and we never let off the gas. So we kiss the wall a little at Kansas, and then we scrape it a little more. That falls back to 13th. Johnson passes us, and at the line on lap 5, we'd be 13th. Now lap 13, we're about to make our pit stop, and you see we are running 13th. We didn't lose any ground. Only difference, Casey Kane now is here, but he has been falling back. He was inside the top 12 when lap 5 came around. So 8, 9 laps later, he's still in there, but he's gonna pit, so we move up to 12th. And that's not the only drivers pitting. Actually, 10 more pit, and then by lap 15, you can see here we are coming into pit road. We are actually first. Pit fuel strategy so far is working, but the way we planned it out, we're gonna have to make one more stop after our second stop with like 2 to go just for gas. That's gonna really suck because that can lose you a race pretty quickly, ladies and gentlemen. But for this stop anyway, 2 cans of Sunoco fuel, 4 tires, no repair damage. We're not gonna worry about the damage on the wall on lap 5 that we had to our right side of the car. In fact, you can't really see any damage, so why repair, right? Car's running good so far all race, and why would we change anything? 15.1 second stop is estimated. We get out in about 14.9, and lap 16 is really interesting because we actually start to turn the car, but we save it. I don't think NASCAR saw that. I think they thought we were gonna absolutely just I don't know, just I guess not save it, spin out in the grass, but we do save it. But they do throw a caution out. So from here on out, you do not have to pit. We shut the car off enough to save enough fuel. So we really don't have to pit anymore. That's actually very, very interesting to see because you see guys pitting already. Well, this is going to be a problem because 24th place, we're going to have to drive this car like we stole it to get back up inside the top 15, excuse me. Again, the laps are winding down. We only have 15 to go at the line. But another problem is dealing with the pack off of a restart, off the green flag, off anything like that. And that's because you usually get those guys that are just so up there in anything. They're going to do anything they want. And unfortunately for our case, that would be Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that 17 car. He bumps us. We can't save it. We did not want to come back up on the track. And unfortunately, we get in the big one under the lights of Kansas. So we're going to come into the pits one more time. We're going to repair damage, I believe, or maybe not. I can't remember. But we're only taking half a can of fuel. And yeah, we actually do repair the damage. So hopefully that damage, what we have left, does not hurt us. We restart 24th again. Ricky Stenhouse, I have no idea where he is, but if we run into him, you might bet there will be a little payback for what he did, because that was completely unnecessary. Yes, he might have got loose or anything like that, but it's just, you shouldn't do that on half a lap of a restart. But for our case, we have to drive it like we stole it again the second time, and this restart is much better. There we shut the door. I believe that's Clint Boyer behind us, or Eric Jones. I believe that's Eric Jones. We're running 25th, or sorry, we're running 32nd this time. Lap 26. I think I got the positions messed up, but right here we are gaining ground already. We are 29th. Chase Briscoe's right in front of us. We need him to get out the way. He is a very slow car. I'm not saying we're slow, we are, but I think we're faster than Chase Briscoe. So no offense to Chase Briscoe in that 29 team, but please get out of the way. So we're running 28th, lap 26. This time by we have 8 to go, so 8 laps to make up what we want, 15 spots. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happens. We actually drive it like we stole it. And Danica Patrick, yeah, she's been in every episode, it seems like, every race. This one, no different. We're going to chase her down for 13th. We actually drove up to 14th place, so we will get that top 15. Unfortunately, we got a little too greedy for a lucky 13 finish. And, well, it didn't really hurt the car too much to lose spots because there was no one right there behind us on our bumper. But it did hurt us to get 13th. Unfortunately, though, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, though, we do pick up 14th spot, and that will come with some points. However, I do not believe we move up in the overall standings at all. We still sit in 28th. We were 28th coming in. I double checked that after the race, and we basically got a hefty handful of points, which is of course nothing bad. But we gotta stay in that top 30 now. That's our only goal. We got the win. Stay inside the top 30. Remember last season we lost by 9 points to, I believe it was David Reagan or Ryan Blaney or someone like that. We lost 9 points even though we had a win. We did not stay in the top 30. We did not make the chase. And we were actually one of the 16 people to get a win. I think 13 people ended up getting a win, so 3 on points. We could have been one of those wins. Unfortunately, we did not stay in the top 30, but this year, things are looking good. They are looking so much better than last year. There you see the standings. We are still 28th. We are 5 points out of 27th. So next week, we will look to improve that. But yeah, we got to stay in the top 30 if we want to do anything. So, accolades. Fastest lap goes to Joey Logano, Team Penske. Kyle Busch and Joe Gibbs get the most laps led. Danica Patrick on the Move Award. And then tough break will be Chase Elliott. He started 8th, finished 39th. So, next week, well, we are going to Charlotte, the All-Star Break, the longest race in the NASCAR schedule. It should be a lot of fun. We will see you guys there, but before we go, we have an upgrade to make. We have $79,000. We're going to make a CAD software upgrade, give us 1.5% horsepower improvement, and now we have to save up for $100,000 for an engine shop. We'll see you in Charlotte, North Carolina next week. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody.